Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subby, thank you for watching this video. You're welcome to my channel, and for old subscribers, thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos. I love you guys so much. So on today's tutorial, I'm going to show you all how I was able to make this satin fabric auto gele, and the materials you'll be needing are your satin fabric, your thread and needle, scissors, your pins. You also need chalk, you need your sewing machine and your measuring tape. So let's move to the tutorial. I'm going to cut out a piece of the satin fabric and measure 23 inches as length. This is going to serve as my base gele. So for the width, guys, I'm going to measure 30 inches. So we have 23 inches as length and 30 inches as width. And as you can see from the video, you discovered that I have already sewn the edges of this fabric so that it looks really neat. So you can add an inch to yours so that you can just sew the edges of the fabric. So guys, at this point, I'm just making pleats with the base gele. And I'm using my pins to secure this so that it doesn't unravel at all. So the number of pleats you make depends on the measurement that you have on the base gele. If you want more pleats, you can then increase the length of your base gele. So guys, here we have it. This is what mine looks like. So I'm just going to cut out another piece of fabric again. This is going to serve as my hook. This is what will enable me knot the gele at the back. So for the length, I'll measure 18 inches and then the width 4.5 inches. After doing that, I'm going to fold this into two and then cut it at the middle. So one of this hook stays at the right hand side of the base gele and the other at the left hand side. So at this point, I'm going to remove the pins that I used on the base gele and then iron the pleat properly. And I did this so that when I take this to my sewing machine, the pleats would not unravel. So guys, here we have it. I had already sewn some of these pleats. What you have to take note is that your first fold stitch line, you have to make sure that you stitch the first pleat that you've made, and then the second pleat should cover the first pleat stitch line, and then the third pleat should cover the second pleat stitch line. This is very simple. I'm going to link some of my tutorials, some of my videos that are similar to this one down here so that you guys can understand more. So here we have it, guys. That is what mine looks like. So at this point, I'm going to pick up the hook of this gele and then stitch the edges, and I'll be doing this on the two hooks that I have. So once you're done doing that, you want to make sure that you place the hook on your base gele. So the two shining parts of the fabric should face each other, and then you have to make sure that you stitch this. So I'll be doing this on the left hand side of the base gele and also on the right hand side of the base gele. I'm still going to cut out a piece of my satin fabric again, and this is going to serve as the ruffle on the base gele. And then for the width, because of the measuring tape I used in this video, it couldn't cover the whole width, so I just had to remove the measuring tape again. After I reached 60 inches, I marked that area, I removed the measuring tape again and then added 10 inches. So for the width of this ruffle, I have 70 inches, while the length of the ruffle is 7 inches. So I'm just going to start making my ruffle this way. So guys, in order for you to have a precise measurement, you have to pick up your tape and then measure properly. Like my own measurement is 5.5. I'm going to use my chalk to mark that area. Thereafter, I'm just going to make my plates. And I'll be repeating the same process till I reach the end of this fabric. So guys, once you're done, this is what yours should look like. So on my base gele, I picked my chalk and then marked the middle of the base gele. So at this point, I'm just going to pick up my ruffle and then place it on top the base gele and stitch everything together. Instead of making your ruffles and stitching thereafter, you can as well just make your ruffles and then use pins to hold everything down. So once you're done, you can just quickly remove those pins and then replace with your thread and needle. I actually think it's faster that way. If you want your ruffles to be very high, you can as well increase the measurement that you have on your fabric. But if you want your ruffles to be really small, you can also do the reverse, which is reducing the measurement that you have on your fabric. Once you're done creating your ruffles, don't forget to go to the back of the gele and then to stitch the ruffle that you have to the base gele. So what I did was to stitch the first layer of the ruffle to the base gele, and then the second layer of the ruffle I stitched to the first layer of the ruffle, so that everything stays in place and so that it doesn't unravel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope that this tutorial has been helpful. If it has, please don't forget to thumbs me up, subscribe, and also share. Don't also forget to turn on your notification button so that each time I post, you'll be the first to know. See you all in my next video.